Hey lovies, welcome to the channel. This is Michelle here at Life Mantra Tarot, and I hope that you guys are all doing great. Happy Thursday. Hope that the work week has been treating you guys well and that you guys are just doing great. For those of you who are new to the channel, when you start popping in, I hope that you like what you see here and decide to stick around. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm on and when I post. I've been, you know, kind of in an upward swing with staying more consistent, which I'm proud of myself about. Kudos to me. Um, but yeah, nonetheless, I hope you guys, like I said, decide to stick around and, receive these messages and, check out other content on the channel as well and see, what readings might resonate with you. Um, hey, Callie girl, how you doing? Thank you for popping in. Nice to see you. And then for those of you who've already been rocking with your girl for a while, welcome back and thank you for the continued support. Yes, we're gonna just kind of dive in. I know that there's not really anybody here just yet, but other than Callie girl, welcome. um, hoping some more of our people start popping in as well. Um, excuse me, 1, 2, 3 as I looked up, it's giving me alignment. So maybe you guys are going to be working on getting aligned with your career, with your higher purpose, your higher self. A lot of times our higher self and our purpose coincides with career. They tend to kind of, you know, mesh together, or at least we hope that they do. I'm doing pretty good. I'm tired today, a little low energy, but I'm okay. I think the week is, I think what it is, honestly, I'm just all of us, we're waiting for the school year to be done. So it's like all the teachers just like walking down the hallway, we're almost there, guys, 16 more days. They were just like tired. But, it comes with the territory. Every school year is kind of the same thing with that. But I hope you're well too. So with that said, guys, like I said, this is a career and finance reading. This is going to be a general message today. And yeah, we're just going to kind of tap in and see what you guys need to know at this time for your highest good when it comes to career finance. I have already cleansed the space. Hey, girl. Hey, I got some more of my people's popping in. So we have intuitive interactions here. She is. Hey, Buki. Yes, so definitely check her out. Subscribe, okay? Great reader, amazing, super gifted. Same thing with my girl over here, Phoenix Priestess, my soully. Love her, adore her. And I love all of y'all for popping in. So, with that said, yes, definitely support my girls on their YouTube journey because they're really consistent and killing the game right now, and they're amazing at what they do. So you will not be disappointed. All right. So with all that said, let's start tapping into some of these decks that we have over here. We have a few. And then we're just going to do a little of a deep dive to kind of see what you guys need to know at this time. So, with that said, I've already cleansed the space. I've cleansed myself. I've cleansed the cards. And we're just going to see what's going on. We're going to start with my green money deck here. I think it's a good one to start with. We'll get like 3 from each of the career decks and then go from there. Um, all right, so let's get started. Spirit, only let positive energy into this reading for the collective. Show them what they need to see at this time for their highest good. Clearest and most accurate messages, please, and thank you. Let's split the deck, see what we got. Huh, look at that. So, middle of the deck, we have Counselor. It says, maybe time for some emotional healing of your own or to release the past. And it also says careers in counseling, psychic work, or healing may appeal to you. This is just from me splitting the deck. I just took it out the bag, guys. Your mental or emotional troubles could be blocking your abundance. And it also came out with offering. As I split the deck, the universe will meet all your needs. Consider having a money altar. Call upon your. My ear just started ringing when I saw that. Said that part. Call upon your spirit guides and angels to to assist you during this time. So, couple things right off the bat. Some of you guys might be. And I know that there's some people already, based on what I just told you guys, right, that are in that realm of healers who help people. People who like to help other people on their journeys, so on and so forth. So That's already there. I'm kind of getting life coaches and stuff too. Raise his hand. And also maybe just, being okay with the idea of, speaking to like deities and things like that and ancestors and making offerings. Um, when it comes to, you know, practices when it comes to welcoming and money and abundance is what I'm kind of picking up there. Let me know if that resonates at all. um, what's this say? The people you spend the most time with shape who you are. This is while I'm shuffling. I felt drawn to that one. I also saw a planner. So you might, this might be a time to plan. I think I felt drawn to do this reading today because very early this morning when I had got to work, a client of mine, I haven't coached in a few months, more than a few months now. It's been several months now, probably about maybe 7 months or something like that I haven't coached. Because I needed to work on myself for a bit. I had to do some stuff for me first, so that I could be as available for my clients as I can be. And she reached out to me this morning and was like, "Hey, so are you gonna be getting back into coaching anytime soon?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I want to, but I want to make sure that I'm fully like ready to put myself out there again for that purpose because like I know it's what I feel I'm supposed to do, but again, I want to make sure that I'm the best version of myself to be able to be that person." So some of you guys might be going through something similar. Maybe you know that you want to be a helping hand in people's lives, but you also want to make sure that you're the best version of yourself to be able to apply that. I'm getting something like that. Again, let me know if it resonates. We have on the bottom of the deck, it says unstable. There may have been a lot of ups and downs with your finances, money coming in fast and going out just as quickly, fast changes regarding money, or unexpected turn of finances. So you might have been going through it. Trust me, I get it. It's like every time you feel like you're saving up money and then something else happens. Like right now I have to save up for another car. I just finished paying it off. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a few hundred, not a few hundred dollars, but a couple $100, freed up now. Now that I paid it off, nope. Now I'm gonna be back to square one because I'm gonna definitely finance again. Because yeah, I don't want to just get one off the street. No, thank you. Fuck around and get a lemon. No, thank you. Like my car ran like a damn gem, but after everything I went through with that fucking car, I'm like, yeah, it's gotta go. It'll be a great car for somebody else, but yeah, the car's what 12 years old and it only has 55,000 miles on it. I don't drive like that. Like in terms of all of that stuff, it runs like a gym. But I'm like, yeah, no, thank you. So so somebody could have been going through something very similar. Wow, that's crazy. Yes, come through, come through. Top of the deck, we have student. It says, work with a mentor to learn new skills or teach you how to implement your plans. You could be in school to pursue higher education or work for a school district. I do work with kids, so I do feel like I'm resonating with this message. And I did cleanse. I didn't want my energy to be in this reading too much, but a lot of us are on the same path. So just saying, teach yourself to succeed with money or get a financial advisor to teach you. So financial counseling could be something that could be significant for somebody while they're going through these ebbs and flows when it comes to securing, financial security is what I'm getting, or stability, I should say. Middle of the deck, we have growing up. It says, it's time to step up into your own power and stop engaging in childish qualities. Interesting. Don't rely on others to help you and care for you. This mess is yours to clean up. Wow, that's pretty harsh. Avoid depending on someone else's income. You have all the skills to make your own. So what I'm getting with that one is, and I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. Like for those of you know, like I live with my mom right now. I definitely had my own place and all that. I've been independent in the past, all that stuff, and it took a lot for me to say, Mom, I need help. I need to come back home. It's not what I wanted to do, but it was what I needed to do at the time. And now I'm here for the purpose of also helping her because she needs the help. But when I initially came here, that wasn't the reason. So um, So with that said, it was a lot of pride there that made it very, very hard for me to be able to say, ooh, I have to ask for help. So some of you guys might be going through something similar or have gone through something similar, and being able to be more independent, being able to be more self-reliant, and get through things on your own, and focus on those things, having that sense of independence, like I said, is what I'm getting. That's too many cards. I'm not taking all those. All right, so we're gonna get like maybe 3 from here. But if the messages so far, we didn't even pull any actual cards yet. That's just like, from splitting the deck, seeing what was in the middle and the top and all that. Like, Spirit had a lot to say already, I feel like. So, let's see. Let's get 3 from here. What we got? Destiny. All right. Believe in your dreams and passions. It is your calling to follow them. Yes. Whatever led you to this point in your life it was to direct you to your higher purpose. Remember, I said something about feeling like there's something about a higher purpose that might show up in this reading. I wasn't picking up on just like a typical, oh, am I gonna, be able to make my bills this week? Like, no, I'm getting more like this is like a little bit deeper than that. This reading is gonna probably be. New exciting adventures await you. Don't look back, only look to the future. I'm getting like you're destined for something when it comes to your career, and they want you to step into that more. So there's something that you've been drawn to do, called to do, and you might be kind of getting the nudge and maybe not, how can I put it? Kind of ignoring it a little bit or putting it off or something like that. But we're gonna dive deeper. We're gonna see. mm. Yes, definitely. And like I said, it was hard for me to ask for help. I don't ask for help ever. So like when when I'm going through shit, I do the whole everything's fine. I'm getting like the dumpster fire, like little cartoon. Everything's fine. It's not fine. Everybody can see like you're like burning up and shit, and but you don't want to acknowledge that you need help. So somebody might be going through that. A little bit of pride, a little bit of ego. I get it. We have manifesting here. Somebody else might be like a fan of Harry Potter. Let me know if that resonates. You have all the tools you need to increase your income. Good fortune is coming. An opportunity may come to you where you can showcase your talent. And this is something that you've been working hard towards. And it's destined to happen like this. I like this energy so far. All right, Spirit, let's see what else is going on. Exactly. That's too many cards. Yeah. It's funny because like I'm a Sag, but like I don't act like one. But there's certain aspects of my personality where it's like, oh yeah, she's definitely a Sagittarius. But it's like most of the time I act more like my rising sign, which is Gemini. I mean, for those of you who actually like really, really know me, what you think, Allie? Do you think that I act more like a Sagittarius or a Gemini? What's your opinion on that? I don't feel like I have a fiery personality. Sometimes I almost feel a little bit boring. Not to say Geminis are boring. That's not what I'm saying. Geminis are actually pretty cool. But but yeah, I don't know. Like sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit boring, or at least I used to be fun, but like now I just feel like I'm like I'm all right, I guess, but like I'm nice. All right, so you said, what house do you know? To be honest, I don't know much about my houses and stuff. I gotta learn more about that. I like astrology, but I'm not a master at it at all. Like I get into little things here and there, but I don't know enough to even, yeah. Like the most I know is things like my big 3 and stuff like that. I need to learn more. I got some people here who know that stuff. I know you do, and I know my Soli, she does as well. So yeah. All right. We have legal here. You might have to take care of some legal matters related to financial issues. You could receive money from some kind of legal matter. This could be a good time to handle any legal matters involving money. So I am kind of getting like this energy of, the scales are balancing in your favor. or at the very, very least, like, you know, they want you to really pay attention so that you don't come across any like legal matters that, you know, can impact your finances. Or maybe some of you already are going through stuff like that. So just be mindful of things of that nature so you don't get the courts involved and stuff like that, you know. Make sure if you have any debts and stuff like that, you know, you don't want to fuck around and end up in like small claims. I just heard small claims. I hope that doesn't happen for anybody, but I did hear that. So just be mindful. Um, we have the rebel here on the bottom of the deck. It says you're a trailblazer meant to see things differently and set a new path for others. Your rebellious spirit makes you a great system buster to teach others a better way. An old belief about money could be preventing you from getting ahead. Interesting. Hi Debbie, how are you? We have control. Try to be a little more flexible and allow the universe to work its magic. Surrendering. That shit is not easy. Hey, Chris and Teen Teen, how you guys doing, my loves? I love you guys. Um, yeah. It says, don't lose out on opportunities because it didn't come in the form you wanted it to. Some blessings come in disguise. Stay open minded and see the potential. Interesting. So, you know, being with the flow instead of going against it, right? It's like sometimes we want to control everything that's happening, control the narrative all the time. Hence what we were just talking about a moment ago, right? Like, you know, sometimes we fall on hard times and we're like, nope, I'm not asking for help. And it's like, because we want to control everything. But the thing is, sometimes you have to rely on, you know, other individuals in your life or the most high, whatever the case, during those times, and have that trust in the divine that they will carry you through it. um yeah, that's what I'm getting here. um Debbie, this is just a collective message tonight, my love. If you would like to stick around and, you know, see if the message resonates with you, you can. No pressure. But yeah, I'm not doing personals today. Sorry. Um, let's see. We have patience in the middle of the deck, and it's funny because we're talking about Sagittarius energy a lot. um, that is giving me like temperance vibes. But yeah, it says divine timing is at hand. It will require having faith, exactly, while you are shown the way. You may feel tired. Oh, I just talked about that, didn't I? Right in the beginning of this reading. And out of balance. I just said something about balancing the scales. The universe is forcing you to rest and recover. Money has been slow, and money may be slow coming in, or you're unsatisfied with your finances. But again, they're asking you to be patient through the process. One of those things is easier said than done. Trust me, I know, I get it. But that is what Spirit is calling you guys to kind of understand at this time and to know. We're gonna pull from another career and finance deck. I'm gonna pull like I said, like 2 to 3 cards from each of the finance decks, and then we're gonna dive deeper into the tarot portion, and then we're going to look at maybe into like purpose and maybe some upcoming events that might also happen possibly, and kind of go from there and do some affirmations to hopefully attract some abundance. Hey Monica, how are you, love? All right, so I split the deck. We have the future. It says plan. Remember I said something about planner earlier? Plan for the future while living in the present. You're always supported by spirit. Your psychic abilities can bring you prosperity. Wow. I said something about that for somebody. I know some people. And we have rewards. You're cashing in on all the good work you've done. Raises, bonuses, and prosperity are coming in. Keep going and keep growing. Like it, like it. That's just from splitting the deck, so let's see what actually pops out. Yeah, so we'll get like 3 from here too. And then we'll look into the tarot, see what Spirit has to say there. Ooh, all of a sudden I got super hungry. Anybody else hungry? God damn. I didn't really eat that much today. What did I have today? I had a muffin. I had a banana. And then I had like a little bit of like chicken and rice, like a stir fry kind of thing. But it was like a very small portion. I didn't eat that much today, so I'm pretty hungry. Um, so like now I'm like, ooh, what am I gonna eat for dinner? I might have to order out because I'm not cooking shit. I'm too tired for that. All right, bottom of the deck we have cutting ties. It says you may need to leave your current situation. It does not say situation. Your current position, and look for something better. Ending a job doesn't mean burning bridges. Go with grace. So this might be a time right now where you feel guided to kind of cut ties with a current job. And ironically enough, I felt that energy before I even did this reading. I was picking up on the reason why I was feeling it was because when I was burning my sage, like there was mad smoke. I was like, yo, we're doing a career finance reading. There was not any dark energy when I did a reading yesterday. So I'm like, fuck, this is a lot of fucking smoke. So it's giving that like that releasing energy as I was burning the sage. And look, another card about being in flow. It says, in the flow, the universe is sending you help. Tap into your inner power and go deeper to create the purposeful life you want to have. I would say that lines it up with all the stuff you've been seeing so far, right? Reflection. Take time to revisit the past and figure out what you want to do. Knowing what you don't like will show you what you truly love. I like that. You know, a little bit of 2112 when I looked up, a little bit of trial and error, right? You know, we have to sometimes try out different career paths and things like that, different companies and stuff like that to see, you know, what sticks. You know, one thing that I've always enjoyed doing is just being a helper in general. Like my first jobs, you know, I was doing like customer service. Well, my very first job I worked at a camp. I was an office assistant, but like that was when I was 14 years old. But like, you know, after that, like, you know, all my other jobs were always like customer service and stuff like that. And I've been doing that now, you know, giving away my age here. Well, let's put it this way: I'm 40. I've been working since I was 14. So yeah, and almost every job has been customer service. And I've been teaching now for 7 years. So yeah, there you go. I've been doing a lot of customer service, and that's one thing I do really enjoy doing. I like working with people to an extent. Some people are jerks, but yeah, it is what it is. That's neither here nor there. But the point is, there might be certain things where you can be like, even though I didn't necessarily like that particular job, I liked aspects of it. So there could be something in terms of career that kind of always kind of sticks with you. And I am getting helpers, like people who like to help people, who really care about people. So whether it's like providing a service for people, or, you know, just, I heard the word navigate, helping people navigate stuff, and stuff like that. Her streamline, I'm hearing a lot of different things. So, you know, take the messages as they resonate, but we have freedom. So there's definitely this energy of possibly releasing, right? You need to have more flexibility with your schedule and income. Being self employed is ideal. Time off will help you get clear. So, taking a step back and being able to say, what is it that I really want to do? So that you can have that clear head and be able to say, okay, I know what I need to kind of, you know, remove at this time of the things I can focus on instead. All right, let's get two more from here. Thank you. Expression. So some of you guys might be writers, and like to express yourself in the form of written expression is what I'm getting, or communication. I know there's some people for 100% sure, at least one or two people in here right now who this would apply to. But there could be a lot of others who end up popping in later at another time, who could resonate with this. It says you need work that lets you express yourself. Sorry, let you express your creative self. It's like I sometimes how I read, it's like I predict what is going to be said, and even though like what I'm saying is pretty similar, it's not the words that are actually there. I don't know why I do that. Like I can read, I promise you. It's just like what I would have said is I would have wrote it like this. I would have said you need work that lets you express yourself creatively. Like I would have said that. But they wrote it as express your creative self, which that sounds cool too. You could do well at writing, blogging, or career in communications. Nice, nice. And then you can see like she is writing, right? So yeah, written expression is the main thing that I'm picking up on. or writing things out and then communicating it later. I'm also getting somebody might be like a poet or something. Let me know if that resonates. Or you've done, like, I heard slam poetry, open mic. These are the things I'm hearing. Somebody might be a singer songwriter. One more from here, Spirit. Thank you. Protection. I just heard protection is God's protection. You are being protected from deceit and from situations that no longer serve you. Lie low for you better lay low. Lie low for a while, and you will be shown the truth. Interesting. Actually, somebody on my friend list on Facebook, she just posted yesterday. She's a good friend of my ex, and we're all still cool. All of his friends are still my friends. It's kind of funny. Like, nobody, like, banished me when we broke up. Like same thing with my people. Like, everybody's still cool with my ex. Like, oh, how's he doing? They talk and interact. My son's father's still cool with them. I'm just like, that says a lot, I am not. I try really hard not to have bad blood with people. So if I don't fuck with you, that says everything you need to know about yourself, motherfucker. I know that's completely out of left field, but I'm just saying. But the point of the matter is this. Um, she she works for corporate America, and she got laid off from her job, and she said, I don't, like, she was like, my birthday is next week. I have not felt this free in years. I am so happy. And then like she said it, like, because as I was watching her little quick little live, and she, I'm thinking to myself, I said to myself, sometimes rejection is God's protection. And she ended up saying the same exact words, and now I'm picking up on that. So yeah. Ooh, look, guidance. And the crazy thing is, the image here is the same imagery that's on the cover of this deck. It says on the bottom, divine forces are showing you the way to go. You are discovering another piece of your destiny and your life purpose. Oh my goodness. Wow. You better lay low. I'm hearing I know a song you're talking about too, but a song I was hearing, who is it? Nate Dogg and is it Snoop? For the hater who going around running his lips trying to diss, he better lay low. That's the song I'm hearing. But yeah. Hey Veronica, one of my sisters in the building. Love you, girl. How you doing? Guys, check her out too. She's amazing. Like I said, all the people who I'm shouting out, I'm telling you now, like, these are people you definitely want to subscribe to. Like, if you feel like you are resonating with this, you're gonna be like, oh, these readers and these women right here, these individuals, you're gonna be like, I'm like a little little pebble in comparison to those diamonds. You know what I mean? They are so gifted, because these are people who've been doing this type of work way longer than me, and they're just so freaking gifted. Like, amazing. I'm just like, how the fuck do you guys do what you do? I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. You know what I mean? I love it. All right. You have cultivation here on the top. It says you are in a growing phase right now, and you must continue to water the seeds you have planted in order to reap the benefits. You reap what you sow, baby. So, it's giving like Seven of Pentacles vibes. You're going to start to see the fruit of your labor come together. Ooh, we have manifesting twice. 2 different decks. Some of you guys might really like peacocks. I love peacocks. I think they're so pretty. It says you have the power to manifest what you want by writing your intentions down and by taking inspired action to make it happen. Who just happened to walk into the chat? Hello. I Inspired Tarot. Check her out. Like, get inspired, baby. Just saying, kindred spirits we have here. This is how the shit around here goes. It's kind of creepy sometimes, but I love it. All right, I'm trying not to have these cards fall all over the place. This is fucking annoying. All right, let's see. Maybe stack these on each other so that way I like to have my spread, like, spread it out, but sometimes when there's too many things going on, it gets too convoluted for me, and then I get confused. Confused isn't really the right word. I just feel like, get antsy. That's really the word. Bottom of the deck, before I even do anything, we have healing. It says your finances are healing quickly. Continue to do what's best for you. You will soon see great results. You have gained energy that you need. Interesting. Which is interesting. We were just talking about how a lot of us might be tired, and we have assistance here. It says there are some resources, and we talked about that earlier, you have overlooked that would help you resolve your financial issues. Someone is willing to help you recover. Two different decks saying the same thing. So just saying. I keep hearing financial advisor. So I feel like some of you guys might benefit from like a financial advisor or counselor, like with your bank or something like that, or somebody who has their own establishment doing that kind of thing. um they might really help you with that kind of thing. I'm also getting credit counseling. Somebody might be going through like some credit challenges. You know how like there are those like um debt relief programs. um those are honestly not always the best route. This is what Spirit wants me to tell you guys. Those are not always the best route, because what they do is, and they don't tell you this, but what they do is they tell you don't pay your creditors. And then when you go into delinquency, then they, on your behalf, go and try to um, make arrangements. But the problem is, by then your credit already has taken a dip. Like, yeah, you might lower your debt, but you also lower your credit score significantly. So in a lot of cases, unless you really can't afford it, it's if you don't want to pay your creditors off, um, okay, that could work for you. But I'm getting like credit counseling is better, because what they do is you still pay your creditors off on time. You have a schedule with them, and they do still go on your behalf, but what they do is they talk about maybe lowering your interest rate or something like that, because a lot of times interest is what's killing people's pockets. It's not so much how much debt you actually have, it's sometimes the interest rates. Like, so as soon as you know make a payment, the interest comes back up, and then now you're floating. You're not able to bring your score back up, because you're not bringing your debt down. So somebody needed to hear that. um but yeah. All right, let's keep going. um the awesome Hi, the awesome Davis Carter. I like your name. That's pretty cool. All right, bottom of the deck here we have determination. Consistency is the key to achieving your goals. Keep doing what works well for you. Don't quit when you're tired. Quit when you are done. Interesting. All right, so let's get like 3 from here. Something wanted to come out, but it didn't. Something maybe flipped and I just didn't realize it. Hold up, where did it go? All right, we have bothered here, so that must have flipped. That's the card that I heard like do something. I thought like it just went back in the deck, but no, it flipped. It says bothered. Don't fear failure. Don't feel failure, but be afraid of regrets. Your worries are blocking your success. Remind yourself of your greatness and stay optimistic. I like that a lot, actually. Um, I kind of quickly mentioned how, like, one of my clients, she reached out and she was like, "Oh, when are you gonna start coaching again?" I was like, I'm working on it. I'm trying to get where I need to be, the right headspace, and be spiritually available the way feel I need to be that guide for people. And I did a lot of thinking just even at work today, and I've thought about it even before that. But like today at work, for some reason, it really was hitting me. I'm like, why are you not coaching? Aside from the fact, yes, you had some stuff going on, but now things are getting better. Why haven't you gone back? And I think it's because I am afraid of failure. I feel like I'm either not good enough, or nobody's gonna want to work with me. Like, this is not a sob story, I promise you. I'm just sharing an experience that some of you guys might be feeling, like imposter syndrome, that type of stuff. Like, but if we stay in that mindset, I'm gonna say if we stay in that mindset, how are we gonna really get to our purpose, right? So something to think about. A little quick tidbit. Um, One thing with me, I'm very open on here, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm like this guru of some sort that knows everything there is to know. Like, no, I'm not this all-knowing person. I'm learning along the way. I learn from people on here all the time in the comments, who I've built relationships with now, and yeah. So I feel like each one teach one. We all are here to help each other. So you might get some sound advice or guidance from me, but at the same time there's people in here who I go to as well. So there you go. We help each other. It's part of the soul tribe, baby. All right, we have North Star. I like that. And the imagery, wow, the imagery looks so similar. um I'm gonna read the card real quick, and then I'm gonna show you both of the cards and show you why I'm like, wow, these are damn near the same. Two different decks. It says, you're facing the future with excitement as you follow your dreams and embrace your passions in life. You are now directed to your life's purpose. How many times did we talk about purpose throughout this whole freaking reading? But look how similar these cards look, right? The colors and everything. The colors, Duke, the colors. The only thing that's different really is like there's a person standing there, like facing their destiny, so to speak. Whereas this is just the imagery of that North Star. Um, but nonetheless, like it's a very similar energy, right? Let's get one more from here for the collective. What else do they need to know at this time? Let's get one more. Yeah, it's definitely given like follow where you're being guided, where you're being led. Faith. Keep the faith, baby. This situation needs your full trust. Yes, trust the process. There's divine reason behind this experience. Your spirit guides are leading you in the right direction. Wow. You have skills here on the bottom. It says investing in your skills is a great way to generate money. You can provide services, and that's something that I was feeling like somebody might want to provide some type of service to people as they help them. It says you can provide services using your expertise to build a stable income. So think of like your soft and hard um, skill set. Like when you're writing a resume, right? You want to have like a nice balance of your soft skills and your hard skills, right? Think of the things that you bring to the table. Hey, love of gold, how are you? And we also have somebody else. Aravind. Aravind? I hope I said your name right. If I didn't, I'm very apologetic. Um, this is a collective message right now, but there could be a message within this, especially because you are asking about work. There could be some type of message within this reading for you if you want to stick around. But this is a collective at this time. We have transformation here. It says change is coming for a brand new you. Embrace the transformation to enjoy the process. Sometimes change is uncomfortable, but worth it. Yes. I say that again. Change is uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Changing career paths is one of the most important, most uncomfortable things. That or like a just leaving a job that you've been at for a long time, very uncomfortable. Like, because you don't know what's going to happen, right? You're like, am I going to be good at this new job? Like, you have to put your faith and your trust in yourself. You have to also have to put it into like where you're going. There's been times where I have rashly left a job where I'm like, oh, fuck this place, like out of more like emotion than anything and frustration, and I'm like, fuck this place, I'm out. I'm gonna apply to other places, and then I've taken on jobs where I'm like, oh shit, I come back to the other job with like my tail between my legs, like okay, that wasn't the best job for me, I probably shouldn't have done that. Don't do things. I'm getting something. This might be a message for somebody. Don't leave jobs or whatever out of out of spite or out of frustration and stuff like that. So remember, our emotions are fleeting, right? Like, you could just be having a really bad day at work or even a bad week. You're like, fuck this place, I hate these people, blah blah. And then it's like, oh, I hate this place even more now. Like, I should have probably just stayed where I was. You know what I mean? The grass is not always greener on the other side. Okay, let's just put it that way. Like, obviously, I'm not saying stay at a place where you know, like, you've overstayed your welcome, so to speak. But I am saying, like, just don't act out of emotion. Been there, done that more than once. Not the best thing. Um, we have shopping here in the middle of the deck. I just heard my mama told me you better shop around. Who is that? That's what's his name? I think that's Smokey Robinson, if I'm not mistaken, in The Miracles. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. If you're thinking about making money in retail or online selling, this is a good sign to try it. It's only an opportunity to take your online business further. So some of you guys might have, like, if you sell, like, or I'm hearing crafts. Somebody might make crafts and things like that, and they want to sell them. Um, we did see something about kind of like this energy of, like, well, the card, it's not here, of course, it's in the deck, but like we saw the one about it had like the mechanic on it. So it's giving like somebody might work with their hands a lot. That could be, a very separate message for just one or two people, but somebody might resonate with that. Working with your hands and maybe being able to sell that. There it goes. The skills card. I couldn't remember what it said on the top. The skills card. And you see how she's working on what looks like a motorcycle here, right? Using her hands. So somebody might be wanting to sell goods that they make, and they're really skilled at it, but it's like, and really work well with their hands, but they're just not sure about it or something. Yeah, we have standalone here in the middle of the deck. There's an opportunity to there's an opportunity to do things on your own. You have done projects that have led you to become independent. Financial freedom is yours. So yeah, like selling, merchandise and stuff might be something that stands out to some of you. Let me know if that resonates. I personally have thought about making like candles and stuff like that. I just haven't gotten into it yet, but I have thought about it. um a long time ago I thought about, when I say a long time ago, I mean like about 3 years ago. I thought about making like jewelry and stuff, but I'm like, nothing about that kind of stuff, so I don't know how good that's gonna be. But like, it was something of interest. I was like, maybe if I just like practice it, why not, right? So, there's nothing wrong with kind of switching gears a little bit and getting into a hobby, and that could turn into something that could become, you know, something that you actually become really good at. So, let me know if that resonates with anybody. But I definitely thought about candles, and I've thought about that for years. I think even on my Canva, I have like labels like that I kind of made, like, what kind of imagery would I want on my candles? Like, aromatherapy type stuff. I feel like it would go with the whole, life mantra, coaching slash tarot and all of that stuff. It's all about healing and, restoration and stuff. So I'm like, I thought about it. Options, right? Don't sell yourself short. 7 of Cups here. Because the thing is, a lot of you guys are not feeling satisfied. 4 of Cups within your career right now. And, working for the man, right? Kind of just feeling like, I don't know if this is really what I want to do. And a lot of you guys are probably thinking about, doing something on your own accord. My bad. Let me just see something. Because I don't have my glasses on, so I'm like trying to read comments as I go along, but having a hard time because I can't see. Yeah, Love of Gold. You're sharing a lot of your different areas of expertise slash thoughts and things that you've been through. Thank you for sharing. You say you work with your hands as well. So for hopefully like that's some confirmation for you. And you said some soaps and stuff too. That's a good one. Nice. I did just see the there it goes, 6 of Wands there. Success. This could be something successful. It's crazy too, because I am definitely picking up on like people who want to start their own business or already have one, but have kind of, maybe taken a step back or maybe are afraid to turn it into something full-time. I'm getting a few different messages. But for those of you who might resonate with that, I do have an entrepreneur deck over here that I'll read from as well. So we'll do that. All right. One more shuffle. Thank you. Ooh, Four of Wands, stability. That's nice. I like that energy. We have a Page of Cups. It's giving me infancy, like, you know, the really really early stages of something. Like it's even giving, like, even though it's not the Fool card, but for some reason I'm seeing the Fool card in my head. Like the Page of Cups is something that's like childlike, right? Um, but also kind of expressive at the same time. So I'm kind of getting this energy of it's like, trying to, like, this is the beginning stages of you trying to express yourself, but this is something that could lead to something that's lucrative, if that makes any sense. Yeah. Kind of going back and forth with some ideas, trying to figure it all out, balance it all out in your head. Let's see, how should we do this? Maybe a 5 card spread? I think that would be cool. So let's look at the overall energy for the collective with the tarot. Let's see what they need to know. And then after this, what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of a deeper dive of, like, maybe even like some guidance from spirit about career paths that, you might resonate with, and some affirmations as well. 2 cards. Okay, what we got? Okay, we got the, starting out, we have the Knight of Pentacles. 2 knights coming out, by the way. So yeah, Knight of Pentacles. So slow and steady wins the race, right? We also have the Knight of Wands here. That's about going after something with passion and moving towards it. So those came out together, and it's kind of funny because those kind of are opposites of each other. Like we were just talking about, like, that fired up energy, as we were feeling like some fire energy earlier, like Sagittarius and Leo, that type of shit. And it's just funny because, okay, so that would definitely be like that Knight of Wands. But then we have like that slow, very diligent energy from that Knight of Pentacles, where you take your time, right? So I am getting this energy of, like, yes, go after what you're passionate about, but also, take your time. Like, there's no rush, like lately, my students, oh my God, they've been driving me fucking nuts. I can't wait for the school year to be done, guys. I love my kids, I really do, but they all of us, we're like, yo, they are on one. What is happening? When is the next full moon? Because they're acting crazy. Like, they're just crazy. But now, like, their thing is like to run into the bathroom and like knock each other down practically to get to their favorite urinal. I'm like, just go to the fucking bathroom, bro. Like, what are we doing? Like, you're gonna fucking kill each other in the goddamn bathroom, and how am I gonna explain this? Like, I don't want to write an incident report. Oh, my student pushed the other student because he wanted the second fucking urinal. Like, we're not doing this right now. Just go to the fucking bathroom. It is not a goddamn competition, and it's not a race. So that's the new thing I say when I say walking feet. It is not a competition and it is not a race. So now that's the new thing that they say back to me. It's not a competition and it's not a race. So I'm like, you know what? You little butt heads. I love them though. They're so cute. I love my babies. Speaking of babies, hey babe. But yeah, they're something else. They're a trip. I have stories for days about them. We have the Emperor. Ooh, whoa. Hold up there. Whoa there. Wow, okay. The fuck? This is nice. This is on the top. The Empress. That's about growth and expansion, but look. Motherfucking boss energy right here with the Emperor. What? Yo. That's wild. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's giving me this energy of like, yo, not only are you like leveling up, yeah, exactly. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw me shuffling all that. Like, I ain't making this up. They're like, you guys are meant to boss the fuck up, and there's growth here. And King of Wands in the middle of the deck. That's about confidence, and they're also like a business guy. So it's like, they're a leader, and holy crap, like that looks really good starting off. This is the energy that you're meant to be in. I like that. You said I should make posts about my stories. Because I'm telling you, my kids are so freaking hilarious. Like, they're so cute, so funny, and I'm just like, yo, so much personality, all of them. Like, they're so, like, working with kids with autism is so interesting because, like, they all have like the same condition, so to speak, but they are also very different. I have kids who love trains, then I have kids who love game shows, and they will script everything in commercials. They script everything from every TV show. Like, they know they know all the details about shows and stuff, like what year they came out, and like it's amazing to watch them grow and like watch what they like their experiences through try to see it through their lens and how they do things. And I'm just like, wow. I watch them build things. I'm just like, these damn kids, little geniuses. I love it. That's why I do what I do. I've been doing that shit for going on 8 years. I'm like, you know what, there's a reason why I still be there, despite getting beat up and stuff like that. I'm like, it's fine, it's okay. The bruises and scratches and everything are worth it. Near concussions and things like that. I've been almost concussed before. Actually, I'm pretty sure I had a concussion. I avoided going to the hospital. They told me to go and I said no. But that was years ago. But maybe that's why I'm not so wrapped tight now. No, let me stop. All right, let's keep going, guys. All right, what's the incoming energy for the collective? Hi, Christian. How are you? It's either Christian or Christine. Or no, Christiana, something like that. I think it's Christian. It's one of those things because like it could be either or because of how the wording, I mean the letters are. I'm like, it could be either or. All right, what is the incoming energy? Thank you. Ooh, another set of cards. Wow, another set of cards that came out in twos. So we have the Ten of Pentacles here. Veronica, I swear to goodness, the fact that you said that, you just channeled my student, because that's literally what he says that all the time. He loves that show. Big money, big money, big money, no whammies. He says that all the time. Not as much as he used to. Now he's more into like Family Feud, but oh my God, it's so funny. That's one of his favorite ones. No whammies, no whammies. But yeah, so we got the 10 of Pentacles, and that's incoming energy. But the thing is, you're guarded a little bit. You are guarded, and it's like, and I think that's you guys, like with the energy of disappointments and stuff, right? Or feeling like oh well, if I try this and go this route, am I going to fail, right? It's giving me that. Yeah, it's definitely work related. Duh. Eight of Pentacles. So it's like, yeah, you want the foundation, you want the stability. It's available for you, but the thing is, you got to drop that guard a little bit, is what I'm getting. Yeah, things will balance out. So another card about balance and justice, right? So we saw that energy about 3 times in this reading already. So it's definitely giving like, okay, well, you got your guard up so damn high, myself included. So you're like, okay, well, what if I do try to change career paths, or I go back to school and I don't like it, or I have a hard time finding work, or I'm not good at the job. Like different things are going in your head, and they're like, we've been guiding you and pushing you to move forward from whatever you've been doing for a while, is what I'm picking up on. This is a time to actually listen to us, have faith in the unknown, and follow where you're being guided. They are trying to help you pursue something new and something different. All right, let's see. What is the let's see, what's the challenge here for the collective? What is the challenge? I wouldn't be shocked if it's like a swords card being all in your head. I wouldn't be shocked by that at all. That or lacking confidence or something like that. Let's see. Challenging position, what we got? The challenge is just not knowing which way to go. 2 of Wands in a challenging position. The 2 of Wands represents choices, but not only does it represent choices, it represents the action behind the choices that we make. The 2 of Swords is very similar. It's about choices as well, but it's more about the thought process. This is about the action. If this is in a challenging position, it's because of the fact that you guys haven't put the action forward in some cases to go towards where you feel like you're meant to go. Yeah. And the thing is like, they're like, you could be in a really great place, like happy, the money could be looking good, like, abundance, prosperity, all of that. You know what I mean? The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. So I'm also getting for somebody though, A partnership at one point or another could have been something that was holding you back as well, whether it was romantically or just like somebody like work related or something like that, where you know, felt a strong connection to for a while, and being able having to sever ties. We did see cutting ties earlier, having to cut ties with that partnership, you know, that might be contributing to where the stuck energy kind of is. Yeah, and it puts you in a position of being in the Five of Pentacles. Like, no, let's get out of there. You have the potential to have the stability, but you can't stay where you're, you know, not happy either. And trust me, I get it. You know, I've been at a job for a very long time where I'm not happy, so I understand. Trust me. But yeah, we got to move on. I'm gonna say we. We have to move on. You know, and you know, this is probably one of the hardest parts, at least for myself and maybe for some of you too. Let's say if you have two jobs, right, and you're like, just using this, and you know, you could you know, shape this differently. But let's say you work two jobs, or you have a job where the money is great, but you're like, if I leave this place, I'm gonna end up possibly taking a pay cut, and I can't afford to take a pay cut. I'm getting something like that. So it's like, ooh, I stay at this job so that I can make ends meet. But the thing is, it's like they want you to have faith that, you know, you're still going to be well taken care of whether you stay there or not. New opportunities will present themselves. And to be able to have that mindset is hard for a lot of us. I'm going to say us because, like I said, I'm going to be using the word us a lot now. Because even though I'm the reader, I resonate with this. And that can cause a sense of paralysis when it comes to movement, right? So, you know, some of you guys might resonate with that. Let me know if it resonates. Because that's one of my biggest fears. I'm like, okay, if I leave this job, I don't make much there, and I don't work that many hours, but it does, you know, help me make ends meet, you know, to kind of keep things balanced. But there are other options. One of those things could be me actually pursuing what I've been wanting to pursue for years and actually go for it full force and stop bullshitting around. But there's that. You know, let me get off of my soapbox for a moment, right? All right. What's a way that they can overcome this challenge, Spirit? How can they overcome the challenge? Let me look at these comments. Ren, don't start. I hear you. My apologies. Like I said, I can't really see that well, so like I have to like actually stop, excuse me, and like read your comments and stuff. All right. I love you guys like interact though. That's awesome. Like interacting in the comments, whether it's like with, you know, talking to me or amongst yourselves, like that's awesome. Like again, building community is one of my biggest goals on this channel. And we all are there for each other. So, you know, show each other love in the comments. Love that. All right, let's see. The way you can overcome this challenge, you got to let go of the fears. The moon is here. Those fears and anxieties that are attached to this decision to move forward. Yeah. Don't give into the fears anymore. You've given attention way too much to the fears already. 58, as I looked up and said that. 13, death and rebirth vibes. Yeah. No, can't focus on that anymore. You've been giving too much of your attention to the things that have happened in the past, the disappointments, replaying what has happened already over and over in your head. Yeah. The only way you get out of that is by letting go of those old thoughts and patterns, the old ways of thinking, the old ways of doing things. And guess what comes of that? Your independence. 9 of Pentacles. That money gonna be looking good. You're gonna be able to do it on your own. But I mean, granted, nothing wrong with asking for help, but what I'm saying is like you'll be able to really accomplish what it is that you've been wanting to once you actually put forth that effort and let go of those fears and anxieties. Wow. Let's see what is going on behind the scenes that the collective is not aware of. They're like, we're about to set some shit up for you, and we want you to understand that you need to get this, feel more inspired, right? Feel more inspired. Work on a craft, right? Passionate new beginnings, and working on like that creative spark that we were kind of talking about earlier, right? Be patient, right? With the temperance card, we talked about patience earlier. And I mentioned I was like, I feel like the temperance vibe might come up, and it did. Eight of Wands. They're like, there's going to be fast movement forward. And it's going to kind of happen out of nowhere. A lot of fire energy, by the way. Damn, actually, most of these cards are, a lot of them are. There's pentacles too, but like there's a lot of wands as well, which is about like again that passion and action towards this. I'm also getting they want you to do a lot of research, pay attention to, you know, a lot of different things. So like with this page of swords here in the middle of the deck, I'm just kind of getting that they want you to kind of, you know, just understand they're doing things behind the scenes that you might not recognize or see just yet. But they also want you to put your best foot forward by being able to do some research on the things that it is that you've been wanting to work on, the things that you've had interest in. This will be a part of like perfecting the craft. I mean, there's no such thing as really perfecting anything, but you know, that's why I put, you know, air quotes. But yes, perfecting your craft, whatever that may be. It'll look different for everybody. Let's see. Advice from the tarot. They want you to be happy, guys. They want you to be happy. The sun. They're like, look, work on what makes you happy. Yes. Boss the fuck up. Like the Queen of Wands. She's confident as hell. She's a businesswoman. Like, and we saw the King of Wands too. So like, yeah. You know, do that deep inner work. You know, do your research, right? Study. This is a time to study. This is a time to get confident in yourself as you know, work on these goals. And be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. I'm also getting, be kind to yourself. Watch how you talk to yourself. Yeah, I'm getting that as well. Let's get like the outcome. Thank you. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is the likely outcome, man. They like, look, these people who watching, they need to get confident. They're meant to run shit. Yep. Stand your ground. Seven of Wands, stand your ground. Like, remember we were saying, okay, you might already have like that heightened sense of security about yourself already with this. But they're like, you know, drop the guard a little bit. Like, it's okay to protect yourself, right? And, you know, have boundaries, but don't have your boundaries set so high to the point where like you're actually doing yourself a disservice is what I'm kind of getting. Yeah, so, you know, learn how to release a little bit and let go where necessary, especially when it comes to, you know, trusting the Most High with, you know, this sense of navigation, which I had heard earlier. I heard the word navigation. Yeah, and it will lead to a lot of overall happiness. 10 of Cups. That looks really good. All right, so I'm going to pull some cards that are kind of geared towards, you know, what you're being called to do at this time and career paths that might be of not only of interest, but maybe just that spirit is kind of guiding you towards to begin with, where you might have had a little bit of interest and maybe some nudges here and there, but you're like, I don't know. So if they come up for you, that could be confirmation from your guides saying, hey, yes, that's exactly what we've been trying to guide them to do, and they ain't listening. You know what I mean? Or if there's something that, again, that you've already had an interest in and you just weren't sure about it, it'll help you with that confirmation. and that sense of assistance as well. Creating things and trusting. I said trusting the process. It actually says creating trust. I don't know why my vision saw that. I know what it says, but it's almost like something like a little haze over the card, and then put what I just said instead. Trusting process instead. But yes, creating things is here. So again, expressing yourself in an artistic way, possibly. We also have creating trust, which kind of goes back to like that energy of, like the counselor or things like that. So let's get like maybe 3 from here. 3 has been like kind of the magic number for some reason. I just saw composing things. Of course, it's gone now. But we saw like that energy of like people who are writers, right? So I did see composing things, and I just saw writing things too. All right, let's get one more shuffle. Thank you, Spirit. All right, designing things. See, you guys are crafty. It's really cool. I even just kind of picked up on people who might do like web design or graphics or something. I heard Canva. Do some of you guys like to work with Canva? Let me know in the comments. Discovering resources. So, people who are helpers, that's usually what we kind of do. We like to help people along the way on their path, and, line them up with the right positions where they can receive the help that they need, right? Excuse me, managing things. So again, that's giving that energy of possibly a business owner. I'm definitely going to read from the entrepreneur deck for those of you who are interested in maybe a business opportunity, like your own business opportunity, guys. I'm going to read from that deck for you guys too. So if you want to stay around for that, you can. We'll get there momentarily. I'll pull from probably like 2 other decks before I get there, but yeah. Managing things, being your own boss is what I'm getting. I heard upper management. So some of you, let's say if you don't necessarily want your own business per se, but you might want to like, kind of, take leadership on. I'm getting something like that. We did see leadership vibes throughout this reading. So we have analyzing information. Remember I said something about really studying things and doing your research. So that's coming up. I did just kind of pick up on people who might be like caseworkers, social workers. I just picked up on something like that. Let me know if that resonates. If anybody's had like an interest like that, working like for like nonprofit organizations. I just picked up on something like that. Interesting. Helping overcome obstacles. I mean, come on. Hey, Blessings. What's up, girl? How you doing, my love? Welcome, welcome. Bottom of the deck, we have discovering resources here again. I mean, I'm telling you. Wow. And creating things is here again. And middle of the deck, facilitating change. Yeah. Wow. You guys are really meant to really help catapult people's lives and their growth. That's what I'm picking up on. So now I feel drawn to the life purpose deck, since life purpose showed up several times throughout this reading, right? So I think it's just fair to read from here. And then we're gonna look into some entrepreneur type stuff, just because I was picking up on that a lot throughout this reading. People who might want to start their own business. And then maybe a little bit of insight of what else Spirit might want you to know that might be coming towards you, or just, some important pieces that you might not know yet. And then we'll do some affirmations to close out. So we'll be done shortly, probably in the next maybe 10 minutes or so. But yes, I greatly appreciate you guys for being here, and I hope that this message has been resonating. I hope it's been helpful. I haven't done a career and finance reading in a minute, so I was like, I felt drawn to it today after the conversation I had with my client when she was asking, when am I going to start coaching again. And I was like, damn, like I've been wanting to, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready yet, but this reading is telling me a lot, because I feel like I resonate with this too, even as the reader, you know. We're all in the same wavelength with us, you know. So yeah, definitely getting something about all of that information there. All right, bottom of the wow, this is crazy. Bottom of the deck, healer. What have we been talking about this whole fucking reading? You can't make this up even if you wanted to, guys. You have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. You are meant to help people. You are meant to help people heal and work on themselves. Crazy. Creative expression is here again. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. Come on. How is that for coming full circle? Read from how many different damn decks and they're all telling us the same shit? Writing is in the middle of the deck. Y'all saw me shuffle the cards. Well, more so you heard the cards being shuffled, but you could see that, you know, wow. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write here in the middle of the deck. Wow, that's crazy. All right, so let's get like 3 from here. Crazy. And then, like I said, I'll read from the entrepreneur deck, give you guys some last little bit of insight from spirit, and then some affirmations to close out. This was a nice reading though. So if any of you guys needed some confirmation about what you're meant to do, I'm hoping that you're receiving that information. We talked about the fruit of your labor coming together. Well, here we go. Infinite abundance. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. Yep, the fruit of your labor getting ready to come in. She's holding a cornucopia there. 2 more from here. Thank you. Speaker. We talked about expression many times. We also talked about different forms of expression, right? We talked about written expression, verbal expression, so on and so forth. I talked about, like, I heard spoken word, I heard poetry, I heard a whole bunch of stuff. Singer songwriter. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. So your voice is very, very, very important. Very important. The things that you're able to say and the way that you say them and how you deliver these things, they're meant to help people. Don't forget it. It's a gift. And it's a gift that not everybody has. But you do, and you're meant to use it. One more, Spirit. Thank you. Family. Loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. I mean, we talk about soul tribe energy all the time on here, right? I just was talking earlier about how, you know, a lot of the people that are in here currently or who pop in a lot, those are people who I consider like my soul tribe. And I'm super grateful for having met them the way that I have and have learned so much and feel so blessed being able to say that I've had that opportunity, you know. And they are like family. And, you know, we pick our family, right? Yes, you know, there's our blood related folks, but then there's the people that we actually choose. And I'm happy to say that I've chosen some great ones. So we have environmentalist here on the bottom of the deck. It says you're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. Kind of goes back to that healing energy, right? We even get like naturopathic medicine or something like that, possibly. We have school here on the top. The answer that you're seeking involves going to school. We talked about being a student earlier, right? I think that card is actually out here. And if it's not out here, it's in the deck, but it did show up. You will see it in the reading if you rewind. But we talked about that. And I was like, there might be something that you're meant to study or something like that. So that information is coming up again. We have practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. The thing that's standing out to me right now is, remember I was talking about like there might be somebody who has like a craft or something that they really want to kind of work on, but they don't put, like, sometimes they kind of teeter-totter, like, oh, should I try this or should I do more of this? And it's like Spirit is like, yeah, we've been wanting you to do that and you're not listening. So it's like, whatever that may be, because it's going to look different for everybody, but whatever the case, you know, they really want you guys to work on that more, so that way you can, you know, be well equipped at it, and what's the word I'm looking for? As you fine tune it, you're able to really, explore those opportunities and do something with it. We have book clients here. It says focus. Oh, this is the entrepreneur deck, by the way. It says book clients. Focus on booking your calendar with enough clients to reach your monthly income goal along with profit. Welcome abundance into your life. Create a strong relationship with money. Remember, we were talking about like even doing like some working like at it with your altar and things like that. Doing offerings maybe. Create a strong relationship with money. Rejoice in the opportunities and experiences it brings. All right, let's get like 3 from here. I think I saw decide. Yeah, decide, right? You might be confused. Too many options or something. Having a hard time deciding what to do. I just saw learn. Yeah. Working with a mentor. We talked about that earlier. Wow. Sell is here. We talked about selling goods. Wow. So we're going to do like another 3 from here. Let's do just 2 from this one. Because, like, I know not everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, but let's do 2. Especially because I feel like I just started losing the crowd a little bit. So maybe people are like, okay, I don't really want to hear this last part. Not everybody wants to be a business owner. All right, so we have appreciate on the bottom of the deck, and I definitely appreciate you guys. Practice gratitude, and I always talk about attitude of gratitude on here. As part of your sacred daily ritual, feeling deep appreciation for your blessings manifests more abundance and joy. Nice. Give back. Wow. Donate to your community or causes that are close to your heart. It creates an energy of abundance around you and your success. Or I said success, it says business, but I'm getting like successful business. Simplify, yes, Love of Gold just said it. So many skills, too little time. Simplify, right? So sitting down and narrowing things down. Stop wasting time on busy work that doesn't move your business forward. Complete tasks that bring in money first. So narrowing things down, even when it comes to your own skill set, right? Being able to, you might have a lot of interests in things like that, but niche it down. Find your niche. All right, let's get like 2 from here. Then we'll get 2 from the foretell deck, which is like some last advice. Not even advice necessarily, but just like some last. There is advice in it too, but it's like it gives us some more insight of what you guys might not be aware of when it comes to why did I get dizzy all of a sudden? When it comes to career and finance. That was weird. I got like a little loopy. All right. We have connect. Social media. Use social media efficiently to connect with your audience. Be specific about what outcome you desire, niche, for your efforts, and focus on actions there. Your actions there. Focus your actions there. So, yeah, knowing like the type of people you want to connect with, right? Being able to be concrete about that. Direct. Learn how to find and direct your ideal clients and customers to your offers, website content, and social media channels. The more that you're able to figure out what your niche is, it allows for you to kind of funnel, people into you like that. So depending how you decide to go about your business, you could start off with doing things like content on like TikTok and stuff like that, or Facebook on here, right? You turn it into like little shorts and reels and stuff, and then when people see that, they're like, "Ooh, who's this person?" And then you have like longer form of content, and then you have groups, and then you have people. Then you promote your actual services within those groups. Like there's so many ways that you could do different things, and it allows you to really again funnel the people that are coming into you so that you don't have just a bunch of random people, and it allows it to be a lot more like relatable and something that the people actually are attracted to, and you're going to be able to attract the audience that you're supposed to attract. I'm getting something like that. Yeah, we have flow here. So we have 3 cards that are talking about like being in a flow like state. Get more done by entering the flow state. Completely and joyfully focus on what you're working on without multitasking. One thing at a time, one step at a time. When you're doing too much, then it becomes convoluted and confusing and it's frustrating, and then you don't know what the fuck you're doing, and then you give up. You burn yourself out. I learned that the hard way. So we have entertain. Are you not entertained? Your brand should educate and rewind. Your brand is because I'm hungry. I need to eat. Your brand should educate and entertain your clients. Make them laugh, smile, and feel great when they interact with you and your brand. And in the middle of the deck, we have broadcast. We have develop your unique voice. Yes, use that voice, guys. Then get your message out to your ideal audience. Consider starting a podcast or a radio show. Well, I know someone here, if she's still here, she is radio, aka Intuitive Interactions. She's got a podcast and stuff, and she does all that cool radio stuff. It's pretty fascinating, just saying. So check her out. Scroll through the comments to find her. All right, friends. So we're gonna read from the foretell. I think I'm gonna get probably just like 2 from here, 2 to 3, no more than 3, and then kind of go from there. And then we'll read some affirmations, and that'll be the end of the reading. Again, thank you guys for being here and tapping in. I hope that this message has resonated and gave you some clarity at some point in your journey when it comes to your career. Let me know in the comments if it has, or let me know through your reactions. Let me know through liking this video. All those things are super helpful. So just let me know. And those of you who are new, I hope that this message has been meaningful, and that you decide to, keep on visiting and learn some more things about your very unique circumstances. We all have different things going on, and this channel is all about growing and learning and expanding. So I hope that you guys come back around. Yes, about overcoming our challenges, right? We have overcoming. The wall before you seems daunting, but you are stronger than you think. Gather your strength, focus on your mind, and you will move through it, leaving doubts behind. Bars, I like that part. Focus your mind and you will move through it, leaving doubt behind. I like that a lot. Top of the deck, we have argument. Okay, you might have had like a disagreement or something with somebody. It says maybe it could be like with a boss or something. That could be one of the contributing factors of why you want to leave somewhere. I did jokingly say earlier, I was like, don't go leaving places out of, spite or anger and emotion and shit. Make sure you have your ducks in a row first. Don't do things all willy-nilly. Plan it out. But yes, it says conflicts are brewing and the air is heavy with tension. Be mindful of your words and actions, as small sparks could ignite into a greater fire. Yeah, we don't want to do that. We have to keep ourselves centered. You could be direct and stuff like that, but just be mindful. A great vision. Hold tightly to the vision you have for the future. It's a glimpse of what your soul is calling you to create. Trust in its importance, nurture it with belief, and take inspired steps to bring it into life. Whoa, a lot of stuff coming back full circle as we close out this reading. Let's get 2 cards from here, Spirit. And then we'll read an affirmation to close out. 1 or 2 affirmations. Thank you. Leveling up. Yes. That is so cool. Boss. It says, you're not who you once were, and the universe is calling you. There's a reason why I named this reading what I named it, because I don't usually use the universe and stuff like that in my, like in the title of a reading. Not typically. But for some reason today I did. But anyway. Or start over. You are not who you once were, and the universe is calling you to rise. Growth is rarely comfortable. I said get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And this new level will demand more of you. Getting leadership vibes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right, let's get 1 more from here. And then we're going to read an affirmation to close out. Thank you. empowerment. Very cool. Let's see. You were not meant to cower in the shadows of others. The time has come to step into your power, to own your choices, and to actualize the potential that you know is within you. Yes, I like that. What's on the bottom? The spirit world. Isn't that the? I think this card is the image here is the yeah, it is. It's the cover. That's two times that happened. The guidance card from this deck, and then now this one. Cool. All right. So what does it say? It says the spirit realm is communicating with you, whether through symbols, synchronicities, or inner knowing. Be open to receiving connection and support from guides, ancestors, and loved ones beyond the veil. Yes, you are being guided. You know, it's just ironic because the other card, it talked about guidance, the one that was like the cover or whatever. I just heard that you are covered. Like your ancestors and stuff who are helping guide you, they are keeping you covered. So just, you know, allow them to help guide you. Again, surrendering control is hard because it's like, you know, we we want to feel like we have control over everything, right? Especially if you're like an alpha kind of personality. Um, and you just, it has to be a certain way, you know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. Like, surrendering control is really, really hard for a lot of us, myself included. So I definitely understand, but Spirit is definitely letting you guys know this is a time to kind of just release just a little bit. Drop that guard. Look, divine abundance. And oh, look at that. I'm telling you, what's up with that? As I'm shuffling, like I don't be like looking on purpose for this shit, guys. Look, literally the name of this deck is Divine Abundance, and the card is here. So I'm gonna read that card real quick because I'm just shuffling, and then I look down and I see it. It says you were born to align with love's will, follow the Tao, and serve something beyond the ego. Life purpose. Learn to be abundant. Learn to be abundance, not chase it. Yeah, you attract it. You don't have to do anything, right? Wow, it will just come to you. We have another card that says freedom. So we had freedom here earlier too. Is it actually on the spread, or is it one of those cards that showed up in the deck? I hate when that happens because then I look like a liar unless you guys actually like watch the whole thing or watch it back. But we have freedom here, and we have freedom here. All right. It says, I no longer want this fiery ring of resentment to block the good. Release me from its bonds. Yeah, we can't hold on to things that no longer serve us. You know, whatever those things may be, we have to release. We have to let go. Surrender. That's how we make room for what's coming in. Divine flow. How many times have we talked about being in the flow? About 3 or 4 times already. Oh, and there's a lotus on there, by the way. That's my my logo. Eventually, one sublime desire takes. I almost said stubborn, but it says sublime. Sublime desire takes precedence over all others. To follow the Tao, the divine flow at all costs. So again, as you go into that flow-like state, all the things that it is that you want to welcome into your life, it comes together right on time too, right when it's supposed to. One more from your Spirit. Thank you. Loss. Yeah, we have to accept, you know, the L's from time to time, but those L's are going to allow you to level the fuck up. It says sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan. God, let's start over. That's why I also need to start wearing my glasses. Sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's. So ego showed up more than once too, right? We have to let the ego go while we work on this sense of, you know, releasing and surrendering control. Because, you know, this isn't about us. This is something that's divine, and it's divinely orchestrated. we have to allow for source to guide us through this process and show us the way to go. I just heard Michael Jackson, well, the Jacksons. Let me show you the way to go. Energetic clearing. During crisis, the Holy One herself may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. God's plan. So whatever you believe in. Just saying. All right. So yeah, I believe that was it, right? Yep. We read our affirmations. All right, my loves. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are the real ones, okay? Real deal Holyfield up in here. Sorry, that was the cord. I knocked it. So yeah. It wasn't a ghost or anything this time. Because they do weird shit in here all the time. People be like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, welcome to my world. Lights going off and all kind of, yeah, really crazy. But anyways, thank you guys for being here, and I do hope that you guys received that message. Take the messages as they resonate, of course, and if you're willing to receive that message, well, more power to you as you work on this part of your journey. So yeah, I really hope that you guys stick around for more readings in the near future, and help work on this connection that we're all building in this little clique that we have here, this little soul tribe that we're building. It's definitely like a family dynamic here, and I love you guys so very much and I appreciate you guys dearly. So with all that said, you guys have a great rest of your evening. I probably won't be on tomorrow, but guess what, guys? I went on 4 days in a row. Holy crap. I'm on a roll. Let's see if I can keep the momentum going. But yeah, tomorrow I won't be able to do it though. I have to work both of my jobs. I will be too tired for that. But and I keep forgetting I have to work on Saturday too. Fuck. Usually I'm off on Saturdays, but I agreed to work. Shit, why did I agree to that bullshit? Damn it. Regrets. But anyway, I love you guys though. So until next time, guys, have a great rest of your evening, and hopefully I'll check in soon. Not sure when, but yeah, soon. All right, guys, take care.